Hello guys, welcome to Canadian Vlogs. There were a lot of speculation about what will happen to Canada immigration after the election, because many people were expecting Conservative Party might win the election, and Conservative Party, they are well known for the anti-immigrations. Therefore people were assuming, like there may be no more immigration, the immigration will stop in Canada and so on, right? But to surprise everybody, and one more time, a Liberal Party has won the election and Mr. Mark Carney has become the Prime Minister of Canada. So nothing much to worry as such. The Canada immigration will be stopped. Nothing gonna happen like that. But it is for sure, the Canada immigration will be more improved, more better now, okay? It will be more systematic, it will be more controlled by the new government. And soon after becoming the Prime Minister of Canada, Mr. Mark Carney has wrote on his Twitter handle saying, Canada PR is not for everybody. So that's the clear indication by the new government, or you can say the Mark Carney. And owing to that, the new government has already said no to many existing PR programs of Canada. So what are those PR programs, and what are the new policy, what are the new changes the new government has implemented? Let's take a look. And the first one is a huge reduction in the permanent residence intake. The new government has announced that they will only approve or grant 390,000 permanent residents in 2025. Generally, if you compare to last year, and for the last years, Canada immigration has been granting over 500,000 new permanent residents every year. Like in 2026, they will reduce to 380,000, and the target is in 2027, they will reduce to 370,000. So this is their plan, the government plans. That means the new government has already made a plan that the new permanent residents to Canada has to be reduced and reduced and reduced in order to balance the infrastructure, the job, the work, employment, and all the major issues. So this is the first announcement made by the new government. The huge. Number second, the new government gave continuation to even with more stricter rules to like no more work visa to low skilled or general labor, general workers. So this is again, like if you are low skilled workers, any workers who comes to Canada on a low wage scales, right, categories, no more work visa for them. Okay. Number third is that no more open work permit to the spouses of the foreign workers. So this is also the like cancelled. And number four is overall reduction of foreign workers in Canada by 50%. So this is again like they are not welcoming any more foreign workers in Canada unless if you are highly talented, highly skilled professionals, and also as per the requirement of the province, so there should be a genuine LMIA, then only the government will grant a foreign worker the work permit or work visa. Other than that, they are not welcoming any foreign workers from 2025 onwards. And number five is that after this new government, express entry draws has been delayed. Even like a PNP programs, they're having a very like less draws. So this is also giving a huge impact in the immigration, right? Because having a less draws been delayed, that means less people are getting an opportunity, right? So this is what is happening right now. Means they're trying in all in different the areas, to minimize the flow of immigration. And the new government has more strict and tight rules for the international students, which I have even spoke in my previous videos. For example, now even getting a PR for international students, same thing, like it also goes with PGWP, postgraduate work permit for the undergraduate students. Unlike before, everybody who graduates in Canada, they easily apply for PGWP, and gather kind of experience, apply for kind of PR. So there was a like a streamlined ways, the easy ways there. But now they have made more tight and strict rules for the undergraduate students. Okay, and not only that, the new government has already cancelled the open work permit to the spouses of the international students of the undergraduate programs who came here for undergraduate programs. Okay, so again, no more open work permit for the undergraduate students. So this is again another bigger changes in the Canada immigration, right? So that with these all major changes has impacted a huge drop in the Canada immigration. But I would say that having all these new rules, tight rules, but this is a highly needed for Canada, because there was a lot of chaos in the Canada immigration before, right? Some couple of years before, the peoples were coming to Canada like cattle. There was a total rampage. There was unemployment, shortage of houses, the renting of houses, price hikes, so many domestic chaos was there because of the influx of immigration. And this new government is doing good. They have already implemented some major changes, some good changes for the kind of immigrations. And I would say, these changes, whatever the government is doing to minimize the influx of kind of immigration, it is good for Canadian citizens and also the new immigrants like you guys. Just imagine, when you come to Canada, getting a dream of living a nice life here with your family, and if you couldn't find here a job right on time, if you couldn't find a good accommodation, even if you find an accommodation which is high and expensive, what will happen to you, right? So that's why this change, whatever the government is doing right now, it was a required, it was a necessity. This has to be done, and which is really good, and we should accept this one. Okay, so this is really important. And I would say that of course the Canada immigration or coming to Canada will become more difficult from now on, but it is better because only qualified, high-skilled, well-talented people will come to Canada, right, guys? So this is all about. All right, so there's nothing to worry. Of course, it will be difficult to come into Canada, but again, yes, if you are qualified, if you have a skill, if you have a education, then yes, for you the doors are always open. Okay, so it's all about the quality. It's all about right kind of people should be able to give it a chance to come to Canada. Alright guys, so that's all in this video. It's all about Canada situation in Canada after the new government, and in my next video I will come up with something interesting about a Canada PR program. Okay, if you want to learn about the Canada PR program, get a Canada PR, how to get a Canada PR, how to crack, all this information I will come in my next video. It will be a very interesting video. Stay tuned. Until then, take care, have a nice day, and see you soon. Bye bye.